Alright, time for a round 2 game of GPD. Playing against Epid, who is also on the same deck that I'm on, although a slightly different build because they grabbed the deck list from the deck list channel, which was the one that I won league with, which was a slightly older build. I think they're actually favored in this matchup, or at least they have the build that's favored in the mirror match because they're not running main deck civilizations cost for one. I'm on a player which is something that you definitely want to see as a burn deck. And this is a pretty good hand, so I'll keep that. Okay, what's actually different between the decks? Yeah, they're running 4 Hatzo's Maneuver. Okay, so Hatzo's Maneuver is good into my deck, so I think they're actually favored in this matchup slightly. The post board I'm not sure, but yeah. Okay, they have the mulligan down. That's good. Cards definitely do matter in this matchup because basically every card directly translates to damage. So you want to have more cards than your opponent. And I'm just gonna casually play down my one drop. My one drop. They're going to kill it, which is the correct play here because since they're on the play, or since they're on the draw, they probably want to be the control deck while I'm the beatdown. And do I just play out Neon Claw Knight? That's quite bad into Hatzo's Maneuver. What's my other option? Play out Suitor, Orchestrate Storm Surge, and then next turn upkeep Brazen Sacrilege them. Brazen Sacrilege gets deal 3 extra damage. And I think, yes, alternatively just play Neon Claw Knight and maybe damage buffs like a Brazen Sacrilege or something. But if it goes unanswered, that's really good. I think I'd rather I would rather they answer the Suitor of the Sea than answer Neon Claw Knight, so I'll do this. So let's see what their turn 2 play is. If they drop Neon Claw Knight, I'm just going to upkeep Brazen Sacrilege that thing, and then swing in with everything. Sad, did they get Masquered? Yeah, if they get Masquered, then that's extremely sad for them. It seems like they don't have Hatcho's Maneuver, because if they did, they would have used it already. Besot Charm to kill. Okay, sure. So since they use up both the removal, I'm assuming Neon Claw Knight is somewhat safe, and I should be dropping it now, right? Yeah, sure. I should drop it now, because my other cards don't really do that much. And yeah, Amplify function. And let's see if this thing survives a turn. I mean, they do have to use removal against it, right? So if they have removal, or if they have burn, it's probably going to Neon Claw Knight instead of my face. Okay, they finally got their second land. They have burn plus a creature. Seems like it. Well, what do I do then? Suitor of the Sea. Okay, yeah, I see. I'm assuming I'm trading off here. So in that case, like, what do I do? Scorch, suspend, or orchestrate Swarm Surge, and then Brazen Sacrilege them or something? Because right now, Brazen Sacrilege just doesn't do anything. Or it deals 2 damage and then doesn't get any buffs from that. At the same time, like, do I want to waste a Scorch on Suitor of the Sea? Like, we're all trading down here. Do I want to be trading down? I mean, I have a Fire Hearth Hall, so I guess I'm technically favored in the long game. But they have a Rogar's Gambit in Yard, which means they're also favored in the long game from that. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to be playing this matchup. Like, I can just go straight face. How much damage do I do if I go face 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, possibly? That's not enough. I need to play control here. Yeah, sure. It might be incorrect, but I'll try playing control. At least this makes Burn It Mirror quite interesting due to having to decide between if I want to trade off resources or not. And they're playing Suitor. Okay, so they have more stuff. And they have Recurry Distant. Alright. So do I just try to I can Brazen Sacrilege and kill both of those guys, but if I want to do that, I mean I have Fire Hearth Halls left, so maybe I do just go long, like go for a long game. The only red sources I control. So I can't make extra use of this thing. Well, this is instant speed, so I can wait until their upkeep, and Suitor pings them. They might play stuff pre-combat, in which case Recurry Descent will ping them. But if they have Brazen Sacrilege, they can super punish me for that. What are the chances they have Brazen Sacrilege? And I think do I want our life totals to be lower? I think I do. Yeah, I'll wait. Alright, Suitor ping. And let's see what they draw. If they're playing correctly, then they should be attacking first, unless they have any hasters, but they might slip up and play something pre-combat that I get to Brazen Sacrilege. Seems like they're thinking. Yeah. So they got Rogar's Gambit, so that's 2 damage from Yard. I think the best possible draw for me would be something like Rogar's Gambit, right? If I have Rogar's Gambit plus another land, I can reprise Rogar's Gambit onto Brazen Sacrilege, and that along with the amplify function would be pretty huge for me. I think I'm just going to keep the amplify function in stock until I can double dip on it with Rogar's Gambit reprise, because like I don't think it's really worth spending the amplify function unless it's giving me lethal or I'm getting extra value off of it. And they're attacking with everything. They're only attacking with one thing. Interesting. Wonder why. I don't have any flash guys. Oh, they're playing around Fire Hearth Halls. Well, in that case, I'm pretty happy just Brazen Sacrilege distant and then Storm Surge in their face for 4 damage. Right? Yeah, probably. I'll just do that. I still need to take one from Rickyri Distant, which I'm not thrilled about, but better than nothing. And well, actually, do I kill Suitor? Fire Hearth Halls just races the Suitor, so I'm actually going to Storm Surge their face. Okay, did they forget to take the +1? Let's see what else they play out. I guess next turn, if I top deck, okay, they have Banished Companion too. So there goes my Fire Hearth Halls beatdown plan. Okay, yeah, so I probably should have hit Suitor because now I don't get to take advantage of Brazen Sacred. Or no, I couldn't have taken advantage of that anyways. So I guess like I use Fire Hearth Halls to block the Suitor and then Banished Companion or Brazen their Banished Companion and then what, I go neutral or something. This isn't a good situation for me. Yeah, I think I probably played way too passively this game. I should have tried harder to just point damage at face because they were trying to play control. So I probably should have tried to play aggro. Like, yeah, if I pointed everything at face, I would be way lower, but maybe they would have also been way lower. Like, what if I pointed Brazen Sacrilege plus a Storm Surge at face, and then that whacks him? Like that would have whacked him down to 9. If I pointed some more burn spells at face, like the Scorch at face, that would walk them down to 6 or something, and then that makes these guys kind of annoying for them because these guys risk knocking them down into burn range. I mean, if they don't attack with Suitor of the Sea, I'm more than happy to just sit back and take Banished Companion hits because that thing will hit both players for the same amount no matter what. It's basically just acting as a Sulfuric Vortex on a stick, and I don't mind my opponent's life getting lowered more than I do. And again, like anytime I could draw Rogar's Gambit, and that would be really good for me. Any burn spell too would be burn spells would be whatever. But Rogar's Gambit, so it probably kills one of their creatures, and then on the backside I'm going to sack the amplify function to it, so then that adds 2 damage plus 2 damage plus whatever this thing's doing. That does add a lot of extra damage, so it's pretty close to lethal. Again, I have to worry about what my opponent's doing. It seems to be in a pretty good situation, so mostly dependent on what my opponent does. They have Mountain in hand, so they're also holding 1 card in hand right now. They just pass. Yeah, quite an interesting matchup right now since we're both at a standstill. Oh, my own Banished Companion. Do I play this thing out? I mean, probably, right? No point in holding this in hand. I could try to go on the offense with Fire Hearth Halls, but that's probably not going to benefit me. Like, I could do something. Well, I don't have enough mana to go Brazen Sacrilege into Fire Hearth Halls. But if I had mana, I could have animated Fire Hearth Halls, killed Banished Companion, swing. If they block with Suitor, then whatever, they kill Suitor. If they don't block, then I whack them for 4. But since I don't have that option, I'm just going to play out Banished Companion, and that thing probably dies to Rogar's Gambit. But at least that soaks up some Rogar's Gambit damage. If they swing with their own Banished Companion, then yeah, I just block because that means that my Banished Companion dealt 2 damage to them without taking 2 damage myself. So yeah, both players take from Suitor of the Sea. Seems like they have a spell. They're probably going to reprise Rogar's Gambit onto it. Oh, it's another Banished Companion. And they just pass. Well, interesting game. Well, on the bright side, like, they're still at a lower life total, so Suitor will slowly whack them down, and I also got another Banished Companion. Well, yeah. Well, so 9 life, so they're in range of 3 burn spells, I guess. Did they finally draw a burn spell? By the way, post-war, this sort of war state is way more precarious because there's going to be Fork Pillars, and Fork Pillar is quite good at blowing up these sorts of board states while also doing some face damage. If they have a burn spell, then they reprise Rogar's Gambit onto it. They go entirely face, so that's somewhere around 5 damage. I'll go down to 8. They swing in with all their creatures or something. I block. But they go down to 5. And then I just need some way of whacking them for 5 damage back, and then they just die to Suitor of Trigger. They can also attack with Suitor, make me animate Firehearth Halls to block it, and then after that, they get back Rogar's Gambit and blow up Firehearth Halls or something. Then we have a board of 2 Banished Companions staring at each other. That could be interesting. Oh, they also just pass. They might be holding on Brazen Sacrilege right now. Like, that's quite likely, I feel like. And then they're just more Brazen Sacrileges. Okay. Well, I guess I passed again then. I mean, I'm more than happy to just let this board state be like this because they're going to die to suit their own Suitor trigger first. And they're not going to do anything. Cool. They're I mean, I guess once they blow up my board and try to swing, do I do anything about that? Like, if they blow up my board and then try to swing a Suitor, do I try to kill Suitor? Because, I mean, Suitor is the only thing that's actually presenting a clock to them right now. If I kill Suitor, then they still have 2 Banished Companions on board, and I am... Well, as long as they're a lower life total, Banished Companion can't actually kill me without killing themselves first. But they could rock me down to a low enough life total that I die to them. No, if they swing with both Banished Companions, I just Brazen Sacrilege them twice and they're dead. Alright, then that's... Yeah. Okay, sure. In that case, yeah, very interesting game right now. I don't think they can really risk swinging with the Banished Companions. And they're thinking, they're finally going to do something. Okay, they're finally swinging. They're only swinging with Suitor of the Sea. Do I let this through? I can trade Banished Companion for it, and is that better than animating Firehearth Halls? Because if Firehearth Halls gets blown up, what happens? I can no longer double Brazen Sacrilege. I think it's worth trading. Well, no. If I go down to think, but if they have 3 cards in hand, so they cap at 9 plus, so they cap at 11 damage, which is enough for me to be worried. So yes, I will block Suitor here. I mean, it's not like the Banished Companion is doing anything else right now. So the problem right now is that, like, now they have time. I still think they want to swing in with any of the Banished Companions right now, so at least that's quite safe for me. Okay, they're finally using Rogar's Gambit. Oh, they have Rogar's Gambit from hand. Okay, sure. Do I Brazen Sacrilege them right now? They could have Brazen Sacrilege from hand too, and that's why they're holding on the Rogar's Gambits. So like if I brazen them twice, they go down to 3, and turns out these guys from attacking. I think I'm just going to wait. Mountain, okay. So now that opens up Firehearth animating Firehearth Halls, then using Brazen Sacrilege, but they could also have their own Brazen Sacrilege, which is not what I want. I'm just going to hold. None of us want to attack with any of these guys. If I top deck a 3rd burn spell, then I just win with Brazen Sacrileges, right? So, and if they have Brazen Sacrilege, they can Brazen Rogar's Gambit onto it. So that's 2, 5, 5, so I'm down to 5. They have to swing in with both to kill me, unless they play one thing, and then they still have to swing in with both, and then I just kill them in response. So I think I'm pretty safe here. Even if they only swing with one thing, they still die to double Brazen Sacrilege plus an Amplify function. In that case, probably should have kept the Suitor around, because that would have knocked them down to 6, which is lethal range for me. They could also just have like burn spell plus like land plus 2 burn spells, in which case they still can't double reprise Rogar's Gambit in a turn. Okay, they have 5 mana now, so they can Brazen Sacrilege, reprise Rogar's Gambit onto it, and then play another burn spell. And that would add up to 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 damage, so 7 damage in total, right? No, 9 damage in total, which requires 1 Banished Companion swing to kill me. If they do that, I'll just block that Banished Companion, and then I block that Banished Companion because it's not like Banished Companion will be useful anymore. And then after that, I Brazen Sacrilege to clear out Banished Companion. So with Firehearth Halls, whack them 4. No, that's not enough. Oh, okay, so I have to end up turn Brazen Sacrilege their face, sack Amplify function to it, knock them down to 4. I'm doing way too much theoretical math right now. I mean, I'm just sitting here waiting to see what my opponent has before I get to react. You can also kill my Banished Companion and then swing in with one of these guys, so that actually opens up... if they swing in with any Banished Companion, they just die to double Brazen Sacrilege. So yeah, any play that encourages them to swing in with Banished Companion will favor me. I only have to do 2 damage to them to kill them, so... Okay, they're doing something now. Finally doing something. 3 mana. They're playing a burn spell and gambiting onto a Shot Charm. Yep. Is this going completely all face? They actually have enough to also Brazen Sacrilege here in response, and if they do that, I think I die, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'm still 1 off. Yeah, so I'm safe if they're just going to. They're just going to knock me down to 5. And do they pass again? Oh, they have. Do they have any follow up? Nope, they just pass again. So I need both Brazen Sacrilege to hit face for this thing to actually be lethal, right? Like if I wait, they're just going to top deck a burn spell and then reprise Rogar's Gambit onto it, and then that just kills me without having to attack with these guys. Well, if I top deck any burn spell, I win. So yeah, so I guess I just pass and hope the top deck burn spells. Oh well, yeah, that was simple. And it's not like they can do anything in response, right? Alright, that was quite a close game. Yeah, that was a really close game, actually. And I'll just like do it at mercy speed. Is there anything they can do here? Nope, there isn't. They just die. Wait, didn't I had lethal, right? Okay, well, I wasn't keeping track. Anyways, post board, what do? I don't have auxiliary impressions in the board though, so yeah, so my opponent's deck, since they were on an earlier build, has auxiliary impressions in the board, which means that they're able to go for a long game, but I can't. So, but I mean, we always board in every single forbidden or fork pillar because that card's good. I want flaming point technique. It's not good, right? Okay, Hatchell's Mirror is good because it kills the 1 toughness guys and leaves it behind a bonus. If I go down on Basat Charms, I mean that is the worst quote unquote burn spell in my deck. Brazen Sacred is good because it's instant speed, and like you saw that game, instant speed really coming in clutch. That said though, maybe I do want to board out one of these guys. I mean it's huge blowout potential, but it's also 2 mana. I'll keep it in. And this hand's good. Lots of small creatures, which means that I could lose pretty hard to a handful of removal, but I'm willing to run it. And I'll actually start off with Banish Companion because I don't want to lose super hard to Hatzel's Maneuver. I'll put out what Hatzel's Maneuver does. But yeah, it kills one toughness guy and also leaves behind a token. So I definitely don't want my 1-drop getting answered by that because that's a huge tempo loss. And they pass with okay, so they don't have a 1-drop. They're probably holding a Rogar's Gambit. And it's better for my Banish Companion to die to Rogar's Gambit than for Suitor of the Sea. Although I'm actually not sure if they'll kill this thing, because it does break even on life, so it's not like swinging actually does much. Swinging benefits them as much as it benefits me. In fact, it might even benefit them more. Okay, got Fork Billard. I'll play RickyRister next to see if they also waste a removal spell on it. And then once they've used up all the removal, then I'll play out the suitors and start swinging. I think I always want to be swinging with the suitors because otherwise I don't get to break even on damage either. And I have enough mana to suitor Fork Pillar. If they don't play a creature, I'll just suitor Storm Surge. Actually, if they animate Firehearth Halls, I'll just Fork Pillar that thing. They're thinking. Rogar's Gambit. Kill RickyRister. Alright, yeah. And they pass, so probably holding Brazen Sacrilege. In which case, not much I can do about that. And yeah, just go suitor, Orchestrate Storm Surge. I'll do it post-combat, I guess. So suitor, Orchestrate Storm Surge. And pass the turn and see what my opponent has. They're going to end up turn Brazen Sacrilege, one of them. I don't think they have any other instant speed cards in their deck, so it's just going to be Brazen Sacrilege. And if they're going to waste Brazen Sacrilege for no extra damage, then I'm more than happy. Alright, sure. Go ahead with that. They're getting down Prescience, I guess. Yeah, they have Auxiliary Impressions. Well, I definitely can't beat that thing. Definitely can't beat that in the card advantage. Okay, they have another Rogard. I think this is probably a lost game. Yeah, they can start going off with Prescience, and since I don't have my own Prescience, it's not like I can really fight that. Oh, and I'm getting bad draws. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Why the hell did I even cut Prescience for Beat and Batter? Beat and Batter isn't even that good against life gain decks. It's only 1 for 4. Like that's not that big of an improvement over what we already have, and they're just going off of Prescience now. Well, at least I get game 3 to try to win on the play. I need to go full aggression because, yeah, I can't beat this. And they're playing something else. They're probably playing a creature, in which case I finally have a Fork Pillar target. Brazen Sacrilege directly. Okay, cool. They're not comboing it with animating Firehearth Halls. Interesting. And Besot Charm. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And Rogar Jam. Okay, yeah, I see. Well, let's see what I draw. That's unfortunate. That's way more lands than average from my deck. But sometimes it happens, I guess. Another Prescience. Cool. Well, right now they just dumped their entire Prescience hand, and they're pretty happy about that. They get to keep growing their Presciences. They play down Prescience number 2. Firehearth Halls from hand. Okay. At least they don't have a target for Fork Pillar, so it's only going to be 2 Prescience counters this turn. If they can reprise Regard. Wait, do they just kill me with that? They do get pretty close to killing me. Yeah, they can fire Hearth Halls and swing at me, and that knocks me down into Scorch Regard's Gambit range, and I just die. And it seems like they found the line. Alright, cool. Yeah, got sort of an unfortunate draw, and they had better card in the matchup. Both board, okay, for game 3, it's not like I can really change much, right? Fork Pillar is still insanely good in this matchup. Or maybe, could they have boarded out every single creature and boarded out the Presciences? No way they could cut all their creatures. They don't have enough cards in their sideboard to make up for that. I'm running this again. Or actually, maybe I do this. I don't need this many Brazen Sacrileges. The Star Charm is more efficient damage-wise, so I'll run this. Or maybe I'll do like this, I guess. Do I need Brazen Sacrilege? Might be enough. It might be good just as a way to get some extra damage through. But no, I mean make up the last few points of damage. But I'm not sure. Anyways, this hand is super hard to Hatcho's maneuver, but otherwise it's like fine, I guess. I'll keep this and hope to not draw too many more lands. This hand's really good. This hand's really bad if my opponent doesn't have creatures early. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping that they also have a creature heavy hand so that I can play all their guys. Actually, no, I just realized something. If they have Prescience in hand, they could just hold off from playing creatures, because they know that Prescience will allow them to go over anything that I have, so they'd rather not put out targets for my removal. So they're going to mulligan down to 6. That's a good sign for me, assuming that they don't have Prescience up and running later on. And they keep. Alright, let's see if I get wrecked by turn 1 Hatzel's maneuver. If they do Hatzel's maneuver me, at least I get the consolation prize of getting to Fork Pillar their token. I shouldn't have done that turn 1, actually. Oh, well, that's another mountain. That's a bad sign. Do I play out everything right now? I could Rogar's Gambit their warrior and then pass, and I'll have Rogar's Gambit reprise available for Fork Pillar. Or I can... Yeah, well, I'll Fork Pillar. Like, might as well. It mostly breaks even, although they got way more value off Hatzel's maneuver. They play Neon Claw Knight, I get to Fork Pillar it, I guess. Nope, they have their own Suitor of the Sea. And that's probably going to get Rogar's Gambited, because I want to get Rogar's Gambit into the yard, so I can reprise it before I run out of spells to reprise it onto. And Rogar's Gambit face, okay, cool. And what do I draw? More mountains. Why am I getting such a bad draw at both games? Well, do I kill this thing then? Like, I kind of have to, right? I don't want to lose more life than I really need to, and how much damage am I doing if I Rogar's Gambit? If I throw all my Rogar's Gambit at face? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 damage, 7 damage. They go down to 11. I get whacked down a bit. I don't think killing Suitor is what I want to be doing, but at the same time, it's not like I have anything else to be doing here. I think this is a sort of situation where I should have thrown Rogar's Gambit at face earlier so I can just do the play this turn, but I can't. You know what, screw it. I'll just Fork Pillar and hold the Rogar's Gambit in hand and hope to draw into some more useful cards for it. Like, I have enough mana to Rogar's Gambit and then reprise it in the same turn. They have Prescience too. Okay, yeah, I think this is a lost game. How many I only run 20 lands. How am I drawing this many lands? Rogar's Gambit face, right? Alright, yeah. Prescience is going to start Presciencing and I can't keep up. Well, they're dumping their hand right now, and they can't do that because of Prescience. That's open newer too. Okay, yeah, so it looks like they got the right number of lands and I didn't, so yeah, I can't really beat that. How am I still drawing more lands? What the heck? Do I Rogar's Gambit? No, I can't afford to right now. I need to save Rogar's Gambit for face damage. And meanwhile, they can They can just play out their entire Prescience hand, and then they'll have enough left over to reprise something if they want to. They whack me for 1. Doesn't really matter at this point. Going to Rogar's Gambit me in the face for 2. Putting more counters on. Oh, they're also reprising something onto it. Yeah, sure. Okay, and they Suitor. And what do I need to do to not die here? Do I need to kill? Yeah, I probably need to kill Suitor for that. And please, hey, not a spell that I can reprise Rogar's Gambit onto. So, yes, RickyRister is going to go on blocking duty this time. I'll kill Suitor of the Sea and play RickyRister as a blocker. Although it just dies to reprise Rogar's Gambit from somewhere, right? So it doesn't really matter. Actually, they can just, like, they have enough mana. They probably have enough mana to reprise Pato's maneuver onto a Scorch or something, and then that completely blows me up. But whatever. Alright, anyways, they flip 5 cards off this thing, and okay, Forest Pillar is enough to kill Rikiri, and I died to reprise, right? Yeah. Alright, sure. Oh, 2 Brazen Sacrilege just to be sure that I die this turn. There you go, Forest Pillar without any backup. Okay, sure, they still kill me, right? Like 2 Brazen Sacrilege plus Rogar's Gambit or something. They're going to reprise. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, sure, whatever. That was unfortunate. Game 1 went well. Game 2 and 3, I flooded out both games, and my opponent had Prescience in play. Ironically enough, even though my opponent's on an older build of the deck, I think they're more favorite into the GP meta because turns out there's not really that much decks that Beat and Batter is great against. Like, because it doesn't even prevent the life gain, right? So even if you get the condition, it's just 4 damage for 1 mana, which still isn't extraordinary or anything. Like, my thought with this card was that you could also buff it with Neon Claw Knight and Brazen Circular so that becomes 6 damage for 1 mana, but then it requires a lot of conditions to go right, so yeah. Oh. They board out, actually I probably should have boarded out Companions, right? Like, breaks pretty even, but actually yeah, I definitely should have boarded those guys out. Oh, could I have boarded them out? Like if I did something like this, I have enough things to board out, so I bring in, I only did 1 extra card, so like this or something. Yeah, maybe this would have been a better way to board. I think my opponent did board better. I mean, they had better cards to board, but they did board better by bringing out Canyon, but what do I know? It still does things in the matchup by getting both players' life totals low to get people into burn range. Okay, actually, there is one way to justify boarding it in this matchup. It's because they have Prescience and I don't. That means I'm basically forced to be the aggressor all the time, which means Banished Companion is good for me because I always want life totals to be lower, since I can't afford the game to go long. But it seems like that wasn't enough, so yeah, I picked up my first loss. But at least it's against the mirror match, so maybe Epid manages to top cut or whatever, and maybe I still match the top cut. I just need to win my next 2 games. But yeah, that was round 2 of GPD, so hopefully see you next round or something.